Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this carries into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And a Washington first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's his longest run of the first quarter, and Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter, so that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On the play. First down, Washington.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, it's Gibson. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Antonio Gibson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And
the Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
A pickup of 2 yards, and the Washington 1st down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Antonio Gibson.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And he gets it down to the 32. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Big hold of the 30.
And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line.
35-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
He was brought
He'll
down.
get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down, Washington.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. 7 yards to pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is taken around the 12. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Open man is Arcega-Whiteside, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Grade 15, grade 15. Check 56. Exit, exit.
Wentz gonna throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go. Waiting. Right there, 56. Check right, check right.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. A nice steady gain.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Got his man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready up. 52. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Back to throw now on first down. That one caught by Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Wentz now on 1st down. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter with the score.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Chase Young, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Washington.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
J.J. Watt.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington has taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wentz.
That's complete to Hightower.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Down and 1.
Nice play, man.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff now for Love. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down. Tonight's
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Washington, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.